Take 247. Good morning. Happy Monday. It's Randy, and I just wanted to just start off with a little Monday motivational. Hopefully everybody's pumped up, feeling great. Your Monday's off to a magic start, not filled with frustration and chaos, and you're living in a dream world, right? So all seriousness aside, hopefully you're feeling great. You're coming off the Easter weekend. You've been filled with family and good times and unity and togetherness, and that has you pumped and ready to go. And that just kind of had me thinking about things. It had me thinking about one, it's how imperative it is for the family fuelings, if you will, or whatever it is that we do, whatever your refueling looks like, whether that's, your own personal time, if that's family time, but whatever really fills us and fuels us, it's important that that is something that we focus on and is a regular. That shouldn't just be at holidays, Christmases, Easters, things like that. That should be something that we're intentionally doing. In fact, that's what life is about. We get who we get to do life with, what we get to do in life, and we should really be safeguarding that. So how do we safeguard that? One of the big things I think we do is that we are very intentional, we are strategic, we are focused, and we are disciplined. Focus isn't something that falls in your lap. It's a skill that is acquired. You have to be very intentional to be very focused, right? And it is imperative that we do this so that we can own our days and we can get out of our offices or off of our jobs, off of our phones, out of our emails, and get in connection with the people that matter, with what's important to us and where we really want to focus in life, right? I was on a mastermind last week, I think it was, or maybe it was another training or something, but it was funny because they had everybody write down like the most important thing to them in their life. And when they wrote it down, then throughout the exercise, it unveiled that the most important thing to you is also the thing that you sacrifice the quickest. So when your days are out of balance, you cut your family time, right? Yet family is the most important thing. And so something I want to really work on, and that I have been working on for some time now, is mastering my mornings. By mastering my mornings, I master my day. You want to make sure that you control your day doesn't control you. So what I would really encourage you to do this week, and I would actually challenge you to do, is to own your day by noon. If you could own your day by noon, no matter what happens after noon, no matter, if the day changes and you have to be reactive instead of proactive, you can stay ahead of it. You can still have your wins and get out of the office. So that would be the goal. And the other thing would be just on kind of a personal note, I had a moment where I don't know if any of you are ever, susceptible to how commercialized holidays are now, and find yourself looking to make the perfect holiday in sense of, the perfect Easter basket, the dinner, and then we live in an Instagram and Facebook world where we're seeing highlight reels of everybody's lives. So we want to make sure we capture that perfect picture, and all of a sudden our thought process and our focus becomes, it all becomes about obtaining that perfect image, if you will, or that perfect moment. Anyhow, I was sitting at dinner, or I guess brunch is what it was, with all of my family, loving it. And my sons are not into picture perfect. They are very much into reality, especially at their ages. And I was just having a moment where it wasn't going exactly how I wanted. But then I stopped and I had to pause and I had to reflect. And it actually was going exactly how I wanted. It wasn't going exactly how I had pictured. Big difference. And it was a aha moment for me that I was essentially dampering my mood and dampering, I'm still a pretty energetic person, but nonetheless, I was still dampering, the family experience, because I had a picture in my head and it wasn't going like that. But in actuality, it was going exactly how I would have wanted it to go, which was together and happy. And so the big thing I also want to encourage you guys to do is make sure that you don't get caught up in that you just get caught up in actually being intentional, being present and engaging, and also giving from your best and not what's left over. Something that my pastor always talks to us about. I think he words it a little bit differently, but essentially what he's saying is we are not called to serve from what's left over. We're called to serve from the abundance, right? So what my hope is for you guys, two things this week, is that you win your day by noon, and number two, that you go home and you serve your family, you love your family, you're intentional with your family and the people at home from the abundance, from the full place of you, not what's left over from you, not after the day and you're exhausted. I love my dad to death. He is one of my best friends. I love him. He is a highlight of my day. But I will tell you, when I go to see him so many times in the evening, I know I'm getting what's left, right? Because he's tired, he's kind of hanging out, and he's just sitting, and he's kind of like, well, this happened today and that happened today. And so I'm getting that leftover. So don't give your loved ones your leftovers. Go home, cut it off, leave the other stuff at the door, get energetic, get pumped, get excited. You get to go home to them. You get to do life with them. These are the people that you're choosing. So be engaged with them. Go home and immediately don't come in and tell them about your day. Don't come in deflated from your day. Come in excited to see them. Try to remember the fact that one day we're not always going to have each other, and let that fuel us. That's something that, if you know my journey, I'm very passionate about. I'm so thankful to have my loved ones. So live like that and go home and just love on them from your full depths and not your leftovers. Be intentional, own your day, rock it. I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful Monday. Thank you for giving me a few minutes. Bye guys, rock it.